Hi everyone, so this has been a long time coming. I am back in central London. I am doing Sew the Trends, so I am going to go and look in all the shops and find the current trends and pick patterns to go with them. So I am now going to go into Topshop and lots of other shops, so I will kind of take you with me and yeah, let's get going. So I always come to Topshop because that is probably the most sort of fashion forward place I look. It's the youngest market. Lots of sort of 70s mixed with 90s in here. Lots of sort of wide leg cropped trousers, lots of frills, lots of really nice prints. So I'm now going to go and look at some other places which I think might be good. And I'm really sorry guys, my screen has smashed, so there's like quite a weird sort of 70s or like it's like a rainbow, so yeah. Just been into and other stories, lots of really nice things in there, lots of like summer floaty dresses. There's definitely a sort of 70s vibe still this summer. Yeah, but now I'm going to go and do Oasis. Where else am I going to go? French Connection, Whistles, Warehouse, so I'm going to go and have a proper look in all of those and report back. So, last stop, always like to go and do Liberty. I think it's really important, as well as looking at everything on the high street, to actually go and look at the designers who inspired all the high street trends. So yeah, looking at all the really expensive stuff. I also like to try and go into the change room and try on things basically that I can't ever afford to buy. Right, wish me luck. So I'm back from town. I have spent the last couple of hours doing kind of more research, fine-tuning the patterns that I think go with the trends, and I've got 12 patterns to talk you through. So if you haven't got a cup of tea, now is probably the time to go and get yourself one, because I think this is going to be a long video. So first thing I'm going to talk about is outerwear. I saw lots and lots of, I mean it's a sort of classic denim jacket. They were everywhere in lots of different variants. There were cropped versions, there were little like really kind of close fitting ones, but also boyfriend versions, so quite loose fitting, and they were in denim, cord, lots of different coloured denims which I thought were quite nice as well. And yeah, I've got the perfect pattern. So the first pattern I'm going to talk to you about is the Audrey denim jacket. This was from Seamwork magazine, I think it was last month. In terms of features, it's got all the classic features that you'd want from a denim jacket. Lots and lots of top stitching. It's going to be quite an involved make. I think the thing that's quite nice about this is that you can do it in stages, and also working with denim is if you're going to be sewing in a denim or a heavier weight fabric, they're quite nice to work with. They don't move around so much. But I thought this was perfect for that sort of, for that sort of look. And if you wanted to make it in a sort of looser fitting boyfriend version, you just make it a couple of sizes bigger and you'd get that sort of relaxed look to it. What else would you need? I think hardware wise you're going to need those, it's escaped my mind what they're called, the like the denim buttons. That's not what they're called, but you know what I mean. And that's about it. Lots of top stitching thread as well. But I think this could be really nice, and if you feel like you want to take on a bit of a challenge this summer, I think this could be a nice one to go for. The other thing that I saw a lot of in outerwear trends was, again, a cotton, heavyweight cotton cropped jacket with quite a 70s feel. Lots of them had quite big statement patch pockets, and the pattern that I have to go with it, sorry my laptop is here, is the Jacqueline jacket from Republic de Chiffon. So this only came out a week or so ago, and I really love the shape of this. It's so 70s. It's got that sort of really nice, I'll show you the line drawing so you can see, but really nice kind of, is it seams? Or is it just, I think it is seams, yeah. Really nice like 70s look seam. And pockets as well, inseam pockets, which is always really nice, and then buttons down the front. I saw lots of different loads of different coloured denims and heavier weight twills, so this would be, I mean, especially with the different seams, you could totally do like colour blocking on this, which I think would look really fun. But I just really like this, and I thought there were lots and lots of things that were quite similar to this I saw on the high street. Yeah, so that is my outerwear section. The next thing I saw a lot of was, again, they're never going to go, guys, dungarees. There were sort of two strands to the dungarees, so I will talk you through the first one I saw and then the second one. So the first one was quite standard top, but wide-legged trousers on them, and again in denims, lots of different coloured denims, which I really liked, and all quite sort of heavy weight on the denim front. When I say heavyweight, I mean heavyweight in the actual weight of the fabric, if that wasn't clear. Just sprung to mind as soon as I saw them in the shop is the new pattern from Closet Case Patterns, the Jenny trousers and overall. This was almost spot on everything, kind of all the shapes that I saw. It's got a kind of waistband that cinch you in at the waist on this pattern. It's got pockets, which is essential, and yeah, it's just a really nice kind of pattern, and I thought this sort of worked really well with everything that I saw. I saw lots of like ginghams and like quite fun kind of printed heavier weight fabrics used for this, so I think you could totally do that. And this is also really nice about this pattern is it comes with lots of options, so you could just leave it and take the top off and just have it as a pair of wide leg trousers. You could also make them into shorts, so I think there's quite a lot of things that you can do with it. This is quite a kind of adaptable pattern. Yeah, I think that was just like bang on, so Heather Lou has nailed it again. The other type of sort of dungaree was more of an overall feel, really relaxed fit, sort of something that you feel like you'd want to like slouch around the house in. Yeah, loose fitting, and the thing that sprung to mind for me for this was the Marilla Walker Roberts collection. So I have made the skirt version of this and loved it. The fit was amazing for me. I really like actually both versions of the jumpsuit. I'll put the picture up. There isn't actually one with the little straps with the trousers, but you can get an idea. It's the same cut, just a different top. I've seen so many people make this and it looks really great on all kind of body types, so I think if you're thinking about making some sort of dungarees, I'd definitely give these ones a crack because they are really nice. Marilla Walker herself is a kind of curvy, which I think helps when you're pattern cutting because you kind of taking into consideration all of those things. So yeah, it's a really nice pattern, and there's lots of different variations as well to make it your own. If the Closet Case ones is a bit too wide legged and a bit too full on, the Marilla Walker ones are a bit too loose and you wanted something sort of in between, I thought that the Ranjha dungarees from Nain Clothing would be a really nice kind of middle ground. They're quite fitted. The trousers are not as extremely flared as the Closet Case Files one. It's got ties at the top here, which I saw a lot of that sort of thing, lots of sort of tied topped dungarees. So it would definitely be sort of on trend, but it's sort of like the happy middle ground for the dungaree front. Right, so next I'm going to do two different types of dresses that I saw. The first type was the loads and loads of thick strapped button down dresses that were quite fitted, and then with a sort of A-line skirt, so not super flared but enough to sort of not super tight, so yeah, kind of a classic A-line shape. The first pattern that I have got is the Q dress from Nina Lee, London. This came out last year, the end of last summer, and I really like it. It's got really nice, it just looks fantastic on everyone that's made it. Buttons all the way down the front, quite a structured bodice. Oh, there are darts, let me just have a look, I should have looked before. Yeah, darts on the bust, darts on the waist, on the bodice and on the skirt. And there are 3 different variations, so you can make it just with plain straps, which again, if you wanted to make the straps a little bit wider, you could totally do that. There are proper sleeves if you fancy a sleeve, and there is a cold shoulder version of this, so if you want to have that, which I saw quite a bit of on the high street, that would totally work as well. So I thought that was a really nice sort of your classic summer dress ticked off. The other version of this was, I've got 2 from Republic de Chiffon, I didn't mean to do that. The Josie Dress from Republic de Chiffon. This was out quite a long time ago actually, this dress, but I really like the shape of it, and I think it was really kind of close to a lot of things that I saw. So in terms of, it's quite, when I show you the line drawing, you'll see it's quite interesting in terms of the cut lines. It's quite an involved make in terms of on that front, but I think this could be a really nice sort of, I think if you did this and like nailed it, I think you could make loads of different variations. You could have a little top version. Yeah, it's a real cute one. So it's got buttons all the way down the front, princess seams over the bust, which is great for fit. It's got this sort of quite interesting waistband with a sort of kind of triangular shape underneath the bust. The straps cross over at the back. I think you could wear this with a t-shirt over a t-shirt if you wanted to be a bit more covered up, if it's not that, or a long sleeve top, but it just is really cute. I really like it, and I think it was just so close to lots of things that I saw online, so I definitely think this would be a cracker for summer. The other type of dress that I saw was sort of frilly wrap dresses. There were loads and loads of these in every shop, so everything from Topshop, which I always think is the sort of younger end of the market, up to Whistles and sort of Warehouse, which I feel like is slightly older for the high street, well, like targeting an older person on the high street. Yeah, they were just everywhere. So I've got 2 variations of this. So if you fancy a quite short little fun version, there is the Gisele Dress from Style Arc. This almost was completely bang on what I saw loads and loads of. So wrapped at the front, frill that goes all the way from the shoulder down to the hemline. It's got a sleeve and sleeveless version, which is great. So if it's really warm and you don't want to have if you want a sleeveless version, you can do that. But also, if you're feeling like the British summer is letting us down, then there's a version with sleeves. I thought these were kind of really, I just think it's a nice pattern. It's really fun. You could do lots of interesting things. Another thing that I saw a lot of in terms of fabrics was matching, like mismatching patterns. So the like top of something would be made in one pattern and the bottom of something would be made in a completely different different colour, different print. And I think this, you could do something quite fun. You could have the ruffle in a different print or a different fabric, and yeah, it was just quite a fun one. And the other version of this was the Vogue 9251. Sorry, I can never remember any of their numbers. This is really, really nice shape. I think this would suit a lot of body types. It's got the ruffly sleeve. It's V, quite a low V at the front, ties at the side, and then it's got that asymmetric hem, which was everywhere this summer. I saw it everywhere, and yeah, it could be a nice version. The other version is a bit shorter, and I know a lot of people don't like showing their knees, so this would be a nice variation if you wanted something midi. And I think the nice thing about it, oh, I thought I was gonna sneeze then. The nice thing about it is that the hem going down at the front, you're showing like less of your legs. So especially at this time of year where like we haven't seen the sun and we're very, very pasty, it's nice that you're showing a little bit of leg but not too much. So yeah, those are my sort of frilly dresses. Bottoms. So the next thing are trousers, and I mean it will probably come as no surprise to you that there is wide leg trousers are everywhere. They've been around for quite a long time now, but they're really sort of getting slightly kind of more exaggerated this summer, I think. So wide leg crop trouser, that is where you need to be aiming. There were two sort of styles which I noticed a lot of. So the first one is your classic jean shape with a flared leg. The flare does vary quite a lot from shop to shop, but generally quite kind of middly wide, especially when it's in a heavier weight fabric like a denim. So I've got two options for this. The first one is, if you have been living under a rock and missed it, the Lander pants from True Bias. Classic 70s vibe to it. It's got button up fly. There's also extension pack to have a zipped fly if you'd like. Big statement pockets, and then a wideish leg. And everyone who has made them has raved about them, so I think they would be really nice and perfect. The other one is the Gaston Trousers. Oh my goodness, it's my third one from Republic de Chiffon. What am I doing? Sorry guys, I usually try and spread it out a bit, but I don't know how I've managed to do that. Anyway, they've just nailed it, obviously. The Gaston Trousers from Republic de Chiffon, these are really nice, high-waisted, statement pockets on the front, and then wide-legged and coming down to a crop sort of just above the ankle. I think if you're a little bit curvier, I would probably go for the Lander pants, and if you're quite straight up and down, I think the Gaston Trousers are probably the way to go, if I'm, just my opinion on that. But yeah, I really like these, and I think these are so 70s and really kind of close to what I saw, and especially with the little patch pockets on the front, I think they're really sweet, which you can obviously have or leave off if you don't want. The other version of the trousers were quite like loose fitting, elasticated waist, kind of almost like, I guess, culottes, but almost not so wide that it looks like you're wearing a skirt. They definitely look like trouser legs, but yeah, elasticated waist kind of culottes. So I picked the Kneenikka culottes from Named Clothing. I thought these were really good. A classic one. So many people have made them. They look great on everyone. If you're undecided, just go and look at What Katie Sews on Instagram, because she has made so many versions of them and they look great. Again, really simple in terms of fit, because you've got an elasticated waist and you're working with a drapey-ish fabric. So if you are less experienced on the making side, I'd recommend going for these for your first venture into bottoms, because they'd be quite simple to do and you're not going to have too many fit issues on it. Whew. Right, so the last trend that I saw a lot of was really cute actually. It was basically, I don't know, matching tops and bottoms, sort of separates made in the same, separates that are made in the same fabric so they look like a full outfit. And you saw quite a lot of this in the shops, and online there was less of it shown online in terms of the styling, but within the shops all the mannequins were wearing sort of little matching tops and bottoms. And I found this such a cute pattern from New Look that I had to put it in. So it's the New Look 6518, and obviously, like all of the big 4 patterns, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variations, so there's lots of options to make it your own. But I love the version photographed here, the little cami top with the frill and wide leg trousers to go with it. And I think if you made this in like some beautiful seersucker, it just looks so cute. I just had to include it because I saw loads and loads of them, and I was doing my research, and I found this pattern. I thought it's almost perfect. So yeah, little strap top. Oh, the nice thing actually about the strap top is it does actually have a dart, so it is gonna, any of us big boobed people out there that's going to fit a bit better. Gathered underneath the bust, which so it's sort of empire line, pretty flattering on most body types, and also if you're on holiday or out in the sunshine, it means you can eat a really big meal and no one will notice, which is always a win for me. And yeah, I just thought that was a really nice one. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know this is a whopper of a video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back again soon with another video. Bye!